All right, we're back. Episode 24. I always have to look over to figure out where we're at because we've given a lot of information away. This week, we'll be going through some stocks and looking around. But first things first, thank you for joining us. And this is our website where you can find out information about us in terms of like how to donate, shop, grow, learn, and connect. So connect would be connecting with us on Slack. You can also connect with us on social media with Women in Linux. Everything at Women in Linux. That is on LinkedIn, so forth and so on. Social media. Learn will be our weekly meetups. We're finishing up the RHCSA first portion, the 124, starting on the 134, rolling into Ansible and OpenShift, and I'll probably add Terraform. And when I say OpenShift, that's Kubernetes, but you get the drift on that if you've been following along with KubeCon and so forth. We'll also be rolling into um, having some speakers as well. So don't if you haven't signed up for our meetups, which we meet every Wednesday, we have a study session on Thursday, but it's just like a meetup, really. But that's the gist. When we're talking about shopping, well, you can click on shop. And if you would like to have some merchandise, hats, so forth and so on, and for even for your kid, we should spend a special shout out to Elise for having her baby, and she got baby merch for a baby bodysuit for women in Linux. We love to see pictures and so forth, especially when you're wearing your shirts and you have your mugs as well. We love to feature you on the site. And last but not least, like I said, you can always donate. You don't have to donate with your time. You can donate. Well, you don't have to donate with just your money. You can donate with your time. Money is always great. Bitcoin, whatever the case may be. And as well, don't forget to like and subscribe. I know I keep forgetting that. And don't forget to hit the notification button for those that are always missing out on content or what have you. And last but not least, don't forget our 2 o'clock show. Got some goodies in that show today. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. For just again, still, I think we said it was about Linux or Linux everything. I don't think we came up with a name. I think we're still just trying to pick that out. But I thank you for the input for those that have input on the last video, and for those that have watched the last video. I see you. I look at the views. I look to see who's watching and so forth, and where you're at, what part of the country you're in. So we really appreciate you for that. All right, so let's get started. I kind of took a different turn this week, right? I took a turn to see, like, okay, well, and we probably won't be able to get through this list. What are the top performing technology stocks across the board? And then we'll dive into their jobs. This first one up is Mara. Let me put this over here. Mara, I couldn't find any jobs on it, but I did find their website. It's Marathon Digital Holdings. All right. Marathon Digital Holdings. And I don't have my StreamYard up and so forth, so I can't see everybody, but make sure you comment, and I'll go back through it. All right. So Mara Digital Holdings. All right. And I hope this is not too small. He was saying that sometimes it'd be a little small. But here's Marathon. I'll blow it up a little bit whenever it decides to come up. I guess it don't like me this morning. Should refresh. All right, there we go. All right, focused on building America's leading enterprise Bitcoin miner. Here's a little bit about their team and how they grew, the history of them, and then they talk about their mining. And then I was clicking on investors, and inside of investors, they just have like some information overall. One of the biggest things that I wanted to point out, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago about the Russell 2000, the Russell 1000, 2000, and the 3000. What those indexes look like and how they have grown. If you don't remember that, I believe that was not 23. That might have been 22. That I talked about. It may have been 20 that I talked about the Russell 1000, the Russell 2000, the Russell 3000. And I can go over that really, really quickly here. I'll leave that up and I'll go here to Yahoo Finance. And so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I think it's called, I think it's just Russell of 2000. Yep. So here it is right here, the Russell 2000 ETF. And then if you want to look at their performance here, you can look to see what their, and I'll blow this up a little more, what their returns are over a 1 year period at 64%, 3 year period at 12.94, and a 5 year period of 15.97. And so they have a Russell 2000, 1000, and a 3000. So check those out, and their ETFs, and you can look at their holdings inside of those, and it kind of tells you where they're at. Basic materials, technology. The biggest holding in here is healthcare, and that probably falls under like all those therapeutic companies that we see going public and so forth. Top 10: Caesars Entertainment, AMC, RH, Decca's Outdoor Corporation, GameStop. So and it's only 0.44% on that one. But this just gives you an idea of what they're doing and what's performing there. So with Mara, like I said, when I went to their site, I didn't see anything in terms of, okay, well, here's how to get a job here and so forth. But they are a minor. So what I did was I took it one step further. What I did was I did find a list of blockchain jobs, right? And that still relates to Linux, but it's this website called Blockchain Works. And here you can find jobs that are strictly around right here: lead DevOps, remote distributed systems engineer, a remote senior formal methods engineer, software engineer. And these are all based around open source and blockchain. So there's also jobs out there for Chainlink and so forth, but I just wanted you to get an idea of these. And D can drop this link in there. Haskell. There's also one for Rust. I don't think I copied that one. But there's a link out there for jobs programming in Rust and blockchain. But at least you have an idea of how these things relate. All right, so the next ticker symbol that's up, everybody knows about this particular company, and it's Microsoft, right? So let's go over here and look at how Microsoft has been performing. It's been performing pretty well for me. I can't complain. Let's just look at the 1 year because they've been around so long, and then the 5 year. And you can just see this just been on an upward trend, except for this always is March. But as you can see, the bounce back has been strong, and they've been performing on that. So if you're in the Microsoft or not, I would suggest you get into Microsoft. But again, you can get an ETF that holds Microsoft. So you don't want to just splurge on Microsoft. I get it. So let's look at what Microsoft has been doing on the job front, and I have a lot of links here for Microsoft. So let's go here. All right. So with Microsoft, we have their careers. All right. So they break it down into, if you go here to explore career opportunities, they break it down by location and then professions. And then if you go to explore professions, you can see they have business and development strategy, evangelism, IT operations, sales, technical sales. We'll be doing a little bit more on the technical sales side and technical and sales engineering I plan to bring on um, our some people from Red Hat and some people from Salesforce on to talk about that a little bit more. So stay tuned for that one. The data centers, hardware manufacturing, engineering, hardware engineering, and so forth. So just a little idea of the different jobs categories when you go search their site and how to break it down, and also by location. All right, so they also have this Learn Microsoft. I don't know if everybody is aware of that, but here you go. So here with student developer resources, gain skills to jumpstart your career, make a positive impact, right? So in here they got Python for beginners, Azure fundamentals, CMU cloud developer course. Like so, this is Carnegie Mellon cloud developer, and you learn through Microsoft. They have, of course, GitHub and Visual Studio Code, right? So they got some, they talk about their tools, but they're also, there is, if we go here and we look at opportunities again, how to interview with Microsoft, and then internships and careers. And I encourage you to utilize their tools and look for people that are online on Twitter or LinkedIn that are talking about Microsoft or working there or whatnot, and actually ask questions. That's the best. That's the best way there. All right. So now, one of the other things that I did find was, let me see if this link could come up for me. Oh no, it's not. So I'm gonna have to cut the piece. All right. So here, optimize your open source investments. This right here, when you're talking about, hey, I need to build an application and so forth, you can probably more than likely pitch to Amazon or Microsoft or what have you on and get some free benefits and stuff from them on building out your application or building out whatever it is that you need to build out. Optimize your open source investment on Azure, Azure code to the cloud, workflows, and then they just talk about the Azure open source ecosystem, and pretty much their partnerships with people. I know for a fact with HashiCorp, they use Packer to create machine images and so forth. So Confluent is another big site. Actually, Confluent has jobs as well too. You should check that one out. Let's see. And this is the other one that I want to bring up. So this right here, this is an old one, but we'll click on here. This goes into talking about uh, uh, Azure inside. They're using, since the Azure Dev Test Labs was created, they use this inside of cars. For this particular car, it looks like it's a Mercedes. It's probably like I don't know, an electric car. I'm not sure. So let's see. They say they use this to speed up software development and thus innovation. And Daimler uses Microsoft Azure Dev Test Labs by developing in Azure. The company can onboard developers in hours versus weeks, get new ideas underway, and attract top talent with the state-of-the-art development environment. Peter Rothlinder, manager of cloud solutions at Daimler, explains why Daimler is honking its horn about Azure Dev Test Labs. So check it out. Again, we told you Linux is everywhere, and 9 times out of 10 they're probably working in Linux on that. All right, so the next ticker symbol up is AUOTY. AUOTY. Let me check the comments. All right, cool. XLK ETF, yeah. I'll bring some other ones up that I've been looking at. All right, so this is AutoWeb. And this is again based upon the quants. This is from Seeking Alpha. This one's one of the top performing ones for tech. See, it's down over 5 years. Over a year, this is where it's at. I don't see any type of thing. No dividends on this one. I didn't check to see if the other ones had dividends. Should go back and check that. All right, hedge funds are selling. They're selling auto. That was 20 days ago. Auto web. Let's go and see what else we got for auto web in terms of jobs. And what I was looking at, so you can see. All right. All right. So it's called AU Optronics outperforming other computer and technology stocks, and this was on June 17th. This was that this popped up. So they're talking about what they're comparing them against. Is it a strong buy or not? All right. So now what we want to do is let's go check out their jobs, see what they're talking about. AUTY. Let's go back up here and get this. And hop over here. And let's do jobs or careers out of war. All right, so here they got a listing on Indeed, but let's go. And I think when I went to their site, let's go here. I think when I was on their site, I couldn't find much um, on their site. Let me go back. I couldn't find much on their site. They just talked about recruitment um, and how to get jobs, but not necessarily any job. So if you went here, join AUO, right? So student zone, foreign recruitment, recruitment information, and that's all I got to get to see. Let's see. Let's go latest jobs to see if that comes up with anything. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that comes up with a whole lot. Yeah, we're not going to be doing interpretation today. You gotta love it, right? All right. So you see what it looks like a kanji, a katakana. That could be. Yeah, that's what that looks like. Kanji, a katakana. All right. We're not gonna go down that road today. All right. The next ticker symbol is INTT. INTT is the next one. Intest Corporation. So let's look at what they look like over time. All right, big jumps. 1 year, 5 year. All right, you see that year to date here. They're trading. Well, they closed at 17.15 here. And let's look at this right here. This was 11 days ago. Intest Corporation. It's up 6.49% in 1 week. Let's go back up here and check out um, their financials for this one. What kind of total revenue they got, and let's see, how far they look like they only go back to 2017, or maybe they get access to 40 years. So they only been around a few years. All right, and that's Intest Corporation. So what does Intest Corporation do? You like Tameika? I don't care about that. What do they do? All right, let's go. All right, Intest Corporation. Intex Corporation is a global supplier of precision engineered solutions for use in manufacturing and testing across a wide range of markets, including automotive, defense and aerospace, energy, industrial, semiconductor, and telecommunications. They go a little bit into. Let me see if they got any partnerships or anything like that that's listed on here. Let's see, they have investors. Let's see what's their latest press release. They just announced a new CFO. Um, they're doing a virtual summit for 2021. They reported their financials, update on the semiconductor business, and present investor conferences. Okay, let me see. Now, what else? Let's see, Cold Careers. About investors, home. Let's go scroll down to the bottom. They may be at the bottom for their careers. Let's go down here. Nope, they don't have anything. Just home, about, business segment, and contact. All right. So that one is INTT. INTT. All right. The next one up is LPL. LPL. This is LG. I'm sure you've heard of LG. Um, 5 day, 1 month, 6 months, year to date, 1 year, 5 year. Down. See that in 2017 it was at 15.99 in 2017, but it's been there high. They've been in between the five and last year the five and the $12.31. Um, they're trying to say they're overvalued. No dividends on this one. No dividends. Let's see. Let's go look at historical data. And they just probably going through each day. We don't need each day. We want. Let's see. We can change the time period here. Let's go back. mm, Let's go back to 2017 and apply. Maybe take your time. I hope it don't crash the site. Can I get it a weekly? Okay, there we go. It did change. It looks like it's reporting it first up there. I got to scroll down here for 2017. Yeah, 2017. Look at, like, you can see the dip 15, 76, 16, 17. Now we got some dips coming down here. It looks like it's been on that decline. 2018. And I think 2018 something was going on with LG. And now it looks like, as we come into 2019, we get lower and lower, lower and lower, and then we shoot back up. And so it looks like 11, 19 back in February. So it's been fluctuating between 11 and 12 or 10 and 12 for LG. So let's go and look and see if we can. What kind? I'm sure LG has some. I wonder, is LG in the states? Are they? Do they work in the states? I don't know. I'm not sure. We're about to find out. All right. Here's their careers. See, they have under careers LG display talent. LG career paths. Let's go and see what they're talking about. All right, so they have a leadership one. You very rarely find companies that actually break down the path. So leadership, basic competency, and professional competency, and they have cultivation of global leaders, where they do coaching course for leaders and candidates, new executive teams, R&D and MBA degree support in Korea overseas, dispatch of employees to overseas subsidiaries, and so forth. They talk about, and this is a lot of companies do this, the individual development plan. Now, remember when I tell you to write down all your, keep a daily journal? This is why. Because in your IDP, what they'll go over is, well, what have you done for the year? What do you want to do for this coming year? How do you want your career to progress, right? So you'll often find stuff like this in larger companies, IDP. Some smaller companies have IDPs, but it's not leaned upon as much as it is in bigger companies. And then what you end up doing with that IDP is you end up talking about what did you do for the year. So that's why you have your daily journal, and then you also start talking about where do you see yourself, right? And what other projects and things that you would like to work on. So that's where that comes in at. And then they wrap in career coaching and continuous support on the execution of that result. So that's why they have this IDP. Let's go look at an example of IDP so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see. All right. All right. What is an individual development plan? Components of professional goals and aspiration, strengths, talents, and development opportunities and action plans, right? And then professional goals and operate, they break all this down, right? So your action plans can be mentor others or learn from a mentor or join a professional organization, cross train in another position. And then your development plan, start with your own plan, prepare your for your conversation, meet with employee and make a plan. This is from the perspective of you being the manager or lead. And so this is again, like I say, this is along the lines too of what I also talk about in Women in Linux about creating your career path, writing down the things that you want to do, how you're going to get there, so forth. So you can use this IDP as a template for your career path to jumpstart your career path, or you can use a mind map. They flow the same. You can make that flow the same inside of a mind map. All right. So inside of LG, let's go back up here and see if we have any jobs. Where are the jobs at? Job areas. All right. So Pioneer R&D, circuit design, optical design, instrument design, panel design, equipment technology. So they got it broken down into sections: R&D, process equipment, sales and marketing, and management support. Is how they break that down. And then they talk about, I guess what type of yeah, how this relates to you being an electrical engineer or so forth, or you can see here mechanical engineer, industrial engineer. It is great for people who are coming out of college with like a mechanical or electrical engineer. And like you see, they got an environmental engineer. That makes sense when you're looking at that. And then they walk through the screening process uh, of how they review you, a document review, a personal attitude test, an interview, a medical examination. Are you healthy or not? And then the final selection. Let's see, it is conducted by testing agency designed by LG, a medical exam. It may be a drug test, but it could be much more. It could be like, are you healthy or not? Um, and then they have it set up for if you're experienced employees in the office position or in factory positions, how that flow works. So they really have given you a good overview of the flow and the process. I really like how they laid that out for everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and so forth. What you thinking? Yeah, Chrome might translate it. I ain't feel like doing it, Kim. It'd be all right. But oh yeah, I wasn't in Chrome. I wasn't in Chrome. All right, so the next ticker symbol is AVNW. 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 All right. I don't know. AVNW. I don't know why it changed on me. All right. So AVNW, Aviat Networks. All right. Let's go check them out for a year. Looks like they slow roll there. And then 5 years. Look like and then a boom. So what does it look like for 6 months? A month. Okay, they down. 5 days they've been down. In a week they've been down. But on this year, and then 5 years, just like it looks like it just took off here. And a high of 40, and they're sitting at 31 on Friday. All right. So let's look at no dividends on that one either. They may be in the ETF. Maybe. Maybe. All right, so now let's go look at their let's go look at their jobs. All right. So you see where they're at? They're 5G. All right. Let's see. They got a comprehensive website. So about us should have careers under it. All right. So looks like they're in San Antonio. They have a knock, a network integrator, a QA tester, a data management specialist. Look like they're international. So let's look at the senior manager for North America. I'll blow this up because it's kind of small, but all right. Looking for a senior manager. The role will drive process improvements for the field service project, including holding accountable cross-functional teams committed to accelerating the product. Accelerating the order to delivery lifecycle. The role will provide company internal focus program, um, develop the staff, organize and lead weekly cross-functional delivery meetings. 10 years of experience, can do attitude, expert knowledge of project management, flexibility to context switch quickly, assisting with advancement of tens of projects simultaneously, PMP, 4-year degree, and so forth. And this is with Avat, I guess it's Aviat Networks. Let me go back and look at some other stuff. Let's see, news and information, Union Wireless, multi-band backhaul modernization, multi-million-dollar agreement with uh, I guess AfriCell, and then Dish Network, AfriCell. Let's see, what is this? It says wireless transport today announced AfriCell, a mobile operator serving 12 million subscribers throughout Africa, has signed a multi-billion-dollar agreement with Aviat Network to provide a 5G end-to-end disaggregated transmission network across multiple African countries. All right. So that gives you a little idea. And this was April 19th. That's this year, 2021. All right. So, and then they also have Dish Network. So I'm going to guess they're the backbone for Dish Network. Um, and then they just kind of go into a little bit more about them on that. And if we went back over here to careers, let me see, bid manager. Let me do a view all. Uh, Project C Sharp. Those that are interested in what they're programming. System integration technician, senior security compliance. Their home office is in Texas. Uh, home office is in Texas. Home office Texas. That's the city. Home office Texas. I don't know where home office Texas is. Security compliance. So SOX, HIPAA, part 21 CFR, part 11 GMP, and then they go into what you'll be doing as this person that's going down this path of being the security and compliance analyst, right? All right. And as you can see, general knowledge of DevOps and so forth. So you can hear DevOps. What I haven't seen is what platform are they on? Are they in Google Cloud or all three? I haven't really seen anything that stands out to me that says that's what we're doing. All right. The next one up is called Avid, AVID. Um, all right. All right. Avid Technology. Let's see. Any dividends on this one? No dividends on that one. 5 year, year to date, 1 year, 5 year. Got a big swing there. All right. So let's go check out Avid Technology and see what they're talking about. And let me check the comments. All right, cool. All right, Avid Technology. All right, their technology and tools that empower media creators. All right. Um, let's see, Pro Tools. Okay, I heard of Pro Tools. They got media storage, live sound and production. Let's see, get help. Let's see, video editing. Trying to see if I can hop over to their jobs. Here's careers. Let's close that out. Join the team. Okay, benefits competitive, 401k, additional perks, professional development. They got offices in North America, Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Pacific. The ones here in North America are in America are Burlington, Berkeley, California, basically Montreal, New York, and DC. All right, so let's hit up DC. They just get an address. What I need is the jobs. Let me see. Get help, careers, Pro Tools. All right, let's go down here and see if we click on any of these. Are they going to take us to jobs? Nothing so far. They just look like they're giving addresses on that. And those are office locations, and they just give you the office. But I'm not seeing where I can click on to find the jobs. Let's see. Um, no. Okay, here we go. Right here. Search for open positions. Upper right hand corner. Nothing there. Okay, take a while for it to come up. View U.S. jobs. All right, let's do our thing. Let's type in Linux, see if we find anything. Yep. All right, test automation engineer, software engineer, cloud security architect. Let's look at that. This text is small, so that looks that looks better. All right. All right, about Avid job summary. Avid is looking for a cloud security architect to join its information security team to become an Avid go-to technical expert on security architecture, strategies, and technologies. This is a visible leadership role requiring coordination across enterprise information security, infrastructure development, engineering, product management, customer-facing teams, non-technical teams, and senior management. They list the responsibility of duties: hacker at heart, trust security advisor, always ready, smart investor, strategic builder, in coordination with the it should be probably chief information security officer, but they got chief security officer, and the cloud security architect will lead design and develop of the cloud security architecture, the policies, the procedures, the methods, the tools, the cloud environment, and so forth. That come down here. Any two vendor certifications: Microsoft AWS, Geoc, Akasa, ISC Squared, or any of the followings: Microsoft Solutions Architect, Guardian, so forth and so on. I just would really love to know what the pay is on this. You can't be talking about 115 on that. That's just no way. 115, 120. That's just a good 180 to 50, somewhere like that is what my range would, I would say that would be, if not more, for a cloud security architect, right? So that gives you an idea. This is a mix of security and Linux there. So that's a lot. What they're advocating for there. All right. So I got 9 minutes, and I have a whole bunch of other ones that I need to go to through, but I'm not. I know I'm not gonna make it. What I am gonna do is I want people to check out this website here. Um, this was something that I was doing. Uh, I'm talking about what I did yesterday. All right. So I was reading this morning on Capital Wealth Planning. They're based out of Naples, Florida. Um, and I just this right here is how, okay, like in Charles Schwab, I don't know if you all have done this, and I was playing with this yesterday. So in Charles Schwab, they have pretty much like a robo advisor. Most companies do have it. I don't know if you play around with it. So I said, okay, what um, if I put in, uh, if I put in $20,000, and every month I put in anywhere from 15 to $20,000. what would that look like in 25 years, right? So the reason why I'm bringing that up is when you're trying to figure out how you want to do your investment strategy, and suppose you're like, hey, I don't want to do anything. I just want to put my money in and let it grow. All right. So there's a couple of ways to do that. I found this company here this morning. And actually, it was on an article that I was reading about, what does this company do? So they got enhanced dividend portfolio, and these are their different strategies. Um, and then they have an ESG, and they talk about what this is. Indeed, if you drop this link in there so people can look at it. And then hedge ETF covered call portfolio, and they just go over like what does each one do, right? So if you click on this one here, and I'm blow this up because it's actually small on my screen. Let's see what it looks like. All right, cool. All right, so covered call CWP, or Capital Wealth Planning ETF. Covered call portfolio is designed as a risk management strategy, which means as the market moves appreciably higher, the resulting risk reward from the market exposure declines as the relationship is inversely correlated. And so they talk about features of a combination of 6 to 11 fixed income equity sector, global and hedging ETFs, utilizing covered call writing for potential yield enhancement and hedging, and covered call writing for more active. So they just kind of go into what they do with this particular one. They also have, looks like um, they have agreements with like Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab, and so forth. So I wonder on, and I have to figure that out on the back end, is Charles Schwab using Capital Wealth Planning for the planning of your robo advisor. And let me see if I can get logged in, and I can show you exactly what I was doing yesterday. Because if you have anything like um, not just Charles Schwab, but Fidelity, any of those other ones. This will be something you may want to try. I'm just throwing it out there for those that might want to try something new when it comes to your investing. All right, so it was let me see, it was a robo advisor. Uh, I'm bringing it up. I'm over here looking at my other screen. Give me 1 second. Um, All right, so this is what it looks like. So let's say we get started. All right, continue. Grow investment for future goals. Stay invested while taking regular withdrawals if you want to live off of it. And then you hit next here. Say build long term wealth, and you can pick whatever your purpose is. Do you have an understanding, good or extensive? I just went with good. Um, I think of I think of the thrill of investing, or you can say I see opportunity to for great returns. All right. Have you ever experienced? You can say yes or no. I went with no. Um, Reallocate my investments or buy more if I have it. So we could say, uh, you can say reallocate or buy more. Right. And I'm just trying to get through it so you can see the thing, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so right here. So let's say if I start off, and I know this is probably small. So let's say I start off with 10,000 right now, and say every month I'm going to contribute 20,000, and we're going to do that for 25 years, right? So in 25 years, the average, and you have to be careful with this chart, right? Because if the market's performing at its worst, you'll be below 12 million, right? But if it's on average, it'll be at 14 million, depending on how the market is moving and what else you decide to invest. And then it could be really, really performing really well up here, and you'll be above 16 million. Right. So that's at you start out an initial investment of 10,000 and you donate 20,000 a month. So people are like, well, where in the world would I get $20,000 a month to donate? Right. So that's on you. In terms of like how you want to take your money that you make in tech and then grow it. Um, so you could start out with, say, in the first, see, on a monthly. Let's say you did $1,000 a month. Well, not 6,000, $1,000 a month. Do. That's fine. Right there, that's close enough. So in 25 years, it'd be 775. But you have to remember, this is just just it playing around. You know, you say you got a sign-on bonus, and your sign-on bonus is 20,000. Take 10,000 of that and start your fund here. You could max out your 401k if they have that inside of the thing, but you don't have to. Now, the one that I chose on here is just an initial investment of 5,000. There's another one that they have that comes with an actual financial planner, a one-on-one, monthly calls, the whole nine, and that's a start out of 25,000. And then here saying like how much value fluctuation would be comfortable within that with 1 year from now. Like, where you cool at, right? You're basically your tolerance. So like I say, there's no guarantee, but it just gives you, when you come to these places, to give you an idea, like, how can you, say, I'm just gonna put my money in here and just walk away, and I see it in 25 years, right? So I just wanted to show you that so you can have that, and then that capital wealth building, capital wealth planning. You can research that company, capital uh, wealth planning. Let's just take off that, and let's see what people have been saying about them. Um, out. I think I saw them on Yahoo, but they're out of Naples, and I think I want to say they trillions or billions. Let me get my tablet here, because I had them up on my Yahoo Finance. All right, so let's see where are they at on here. Okay, so CWP is a SEC registered fee only investment advisory firm based out of Naples. They've been around since 2005. They have approximately 4 billion of assets under management as of 6/15/2021. The firm's methodologies are designed to enhance risk adjusted returns and offer portfolio protection while delivering monthly cash flow. They were ranked the Financial Advisor magazine in 2018. Uh, which one is the top 50 fastest growing RIAs in the country. And then they say you can learn more about them. Another one under here is Amplify ETF. I was researching, and this is sponsored by Amplify Investments, which has 4.5 billion in assets across a suite of ETFs. Amplify believes that ETF structures empowers investors through efficiency, transparency, and so forth. And that, excuse me, is Amplify ETF. So Amplify ETF. Oh, it looks like it may be a blockchain. Yep. All right. So this was brought up this morning too, and I'm gonna show you this. All right. So here's Amplify, but when we start talking about lithium battery, transformation, data sharing, blockchain, see more cleaner living, online retail, pure junior gold, international online retail, and DIVO ETF. All right, so there was a group of ETFs that I want to talk about. Um, Did I put them on here? No, I did not. All right. So they are DIVO. We'll talk about them next week. DIVO, uh, JEPI, and NUSI, NUSI, and XYLD. Those are the four that we're going to talk about next week, in terms of investment and so forth. Keep those in mind. But again, I wanted to show you these last two, uh, as you explore on how to make your investment. Again, make your money in tech and then put it into something that's gonna grow. And so this is just Charles Schwab. I'll go do one on Fidelity next week. I add Fidelity here, so you can get a look at what that platform looks like when you want to just do investing, and you just like they say, just intelligent portfolios. You don't want to do the work. It's basically a robo advisor, and they just kind of not no kind of they just put your money into different ETFs that are performing, and you can set your risk level of that and just let it grow automatically. It makes the adjustments for you. If that's too much for you, like, remember now, you don't have to have just one fund, right? You don't have to have just one place or one way you invest. You can have multiple ways if you wanted to do that investment. So just a little something to think about for those that are wanting to do investments. Let me check to see if there's any questions before we get out of here. Yeah, 20K per month. You read that right. 20K per month. That's actually possible. We can do the math on that. Or I can show you that real quickly. Let me pull up a calculator here. All right. So say you get a contract position. Um, let me see. How can I make that bigger? All right, cool. Is that big enough? Can y'all see that? All right, say you get a contract position, and then that contract position pays you 200 an hour, and say you're working 40 hours a week, right? And that's multiplied by what's that? Say you work it for, let's say you work it for a year, so we'll go 52 weeks. So that's 416, right? All right. So now you get paid twice a month, really, on that, right? So twice a month you'll be hitting about 17. Was that right? Yeah, that's about right. So that's I think I did that wrong. Twice a month. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. It'll be 24. Yeah. So that'll be approximately about $24,000. Give or take some numbers there. About approximately about 24,000 a month, right? You have to pay taxes on that, but you take those taxes that you're paying on that. You're running a business. You start looking at all your expenses and so forth, gas, uh, meeting, uh, if you had to pay for a Zoom or whatever the case may be, cell phone, your laptop, your internet, your uh, snacks, your Wi-Fi. I mean, just the list goes on. And we're looking at that and say, instead of taking that money and putting it, and this is why I was showing this, um, taking that money and putting it into the bank. You can take that money into and put it into a portfolio like this, where we were talking about, where we're saying like get started. Do you want to do something where you're living off of it monthly, right? Stay invested while taking regular withdrawals for retirement or other income needs, right? So now you can take this and say, okay, well, I want to do this for uh, just supplement my income, or this is something I'm doing every month or whatnot. And so, again, it walks you through it. I haven't done this part yet, but I just wanted to show you like different, just to get you to think out of different ways of, hey, let's see, reallocate. Let's do buy more. I did reallocate the last time. Um, I'm gonna say I'm reluctant to make decisions. I plan to enroll. Let's say 5,000. Um, I plan to enroll 5,000 in Charles Schwab Intelligent Income. So hit next. I need my withdrawal to last for, I don't know, let's give it 30 years, right? Let's see, this is a little different than what we started. How much investment? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just taking defaults right now. Now this one comes up. So which type of account would you like to open? And then it goes through a brokerage account, a revocable living trust, a retirement, a small business retirement, and they walk you through that. I'm not gonna go through that right now, but they just wanted to give you that idea of like, okay, well, I want to be able to invest my money and make it grow, let it grow, and cut me like a check or something like that off of that money. When you're talking about making your investment, like I say, 20,000 is a lot, but again, you can do contract work or something that's going to supplement where you're making a donation of 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 or something like that into um, some account that's going to grow. And remember, we're always talking about compound interest when we're doing this as well too. So I hope that helped. About 25% ETF, 25 stock, 20% cash, 30% other assets. Will recommend it. This is a lot to have on a watch list. It is. It is a lot to have on a watch list. But again, everybody has a different tolerance level. But those that are you that are much younger than I, and if you're in your 20s and 30s, my suggestion would be is to take $5,000 or $10,000. Really start out with five in an account and put in 1,000 in there, and go from there. I mean, that's what I would do if I were you all right now, and then that way that money just is just growing. So, and this is what I was talking about right here: 5,000, and you put away $1,000 a month, and say you do that. Uh, Now you can see, right? We're talking about 752,000 in 25 years. So say you're 30. By the time you're 55, you'll have 752,000. This is on top of well, this is not on top of. This is separate from your 401k investing that you would be doing and any other money that you would be generating and making, say from, I don't know, real estate, whatever it is that you decide to do. So if you're in your 20s and you got 25 years and you this is just 5,000 and putting away 1,000 each month, that's 500 and 500. You could that's doable. So just wanted to show you that. I hope that helped. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section. But we'll see you all at 2. Mm-mm.